Hello and welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about a potential scenario of what would happen if everybody suddenly stopped shopping, as well as giving my update on no buy or no spend February. Also, I'll try returning to my regular posting twice a week schedule. I've just been so ridiculously sick the past few weeks. Like, couldn't get out of bed, a little bit depressed, don't want to do anything sick. And as you know, when you're healthy, you're just thinking about a million things, but when you're not feeling good, you're only thinking about just one thing of how to get better. Well, anyway, there's lots of reasons why people do no buy challenge or no spend challenge these days. The reason might be political, debt consolidation, just jumping on the trend, trying to save money, just coming to a realization that this is a lot of mindless spending, and I will get back to the reasons a bit later, but right now, let's focus on what would actually happen if everybody suddenly stopped shopping. First and foremost, it would lead to a severe economic collapse. Businesses would be shutting down, supply chain would be disrupted, and stock market would crash. Second, it would lead to unemployment surge, a lot of layoffs, company closings, and just a lot of people without jobs and inability to find jobs. 3, it would lead to reduced global trade. Developing nations that rely on manufacturing and exporting their goods might see even more significant economic hardships. None of this sounds really good because essentially in the large scheme of things that would pretty much backfire really bad. But then some of the positive things that might come from it might be, first, environmental impact. We already have pretty much enough clothes and garments to clothe the next 6 generations that haven't even come to this earth. Why do they keep producing this stuff, especially the junk that is made of plastic, polyester, that doesn't even decompose? Basically, the earth is getting filled with low-quality items that will never disappear. 2 would be social effects. Lifestyle changes might be happening because people would find themselves needing to be more self-sufficient as well as community-oriented. And it might also cause a severe mental strain on people for whom shopping is more than just an outlet. It's entertainment, it's an escape, it's a coping mechanism. 3, as a result of that, there might be a rise of new different types of economics, alternative economics, so to speak, such as bartering, swapping, or free cycling. 4, the government would need to be pushed to innovate and adapt. They might need to increase welfare, implement job programs, and or offer subsidies for businesses. Industries could pivot to producing essential goods and services instead of luxury-based goods and services, or non-essential items. And that shift could stimulate innovation in tech, agriculture, and sustainable practices. In short, if everybody suddenly stopped shopping, it would lead to devastating economical collapse, with severe consequences for the economy, jobs, and businesses. However, in the long run, societies would adapt and change and prioritize sustainability and community over consumerism. Whether it would be good or bad, you decide and let me know in the comments below, but realistically, it is just a very, very hypothetical and potential scenario that will likely never come to fruition. It will never happen that everybody stops shopping. Especially if we're talking about the United States, where the culture of consumerism is so deeply ingrained. And the percentage of people who set out to do a no-buy year, a no-buy month, a low-buy year is actually so small, so tiny that it would barely make any effect. Even though I'm on a no-buy journey this year, not because I have to, but because I want to, every time I'm driving around, I always see strip malls, shopping centers, and stores just fully packed. There's so many cars parked at any time of the day that there's simply nowhere to park. However, that very small percentage of people who are doing no-buy, they will feel the benefits of it in their own lives. And the benefits obviously include having more money. When an emergency happens, you're not stressing out because you're already prepared. Also finding other ways of joy and happiness other than shopping. And the biggest benefits for me, I feel like, is just being overall less stress. There's no need to keep up with anybody or anything, no need to go buy the latest and greatest. You just kind of live. And while it's impossible to remove oneself completely from a system, it still does feel very freeing when the advertising and certain brands have absolutely no power over you, because as soon as a product drops, you don't feel any need or desire to go and buy it right away. I don't feel any need or desire to buy anything at all because I already feel so complete and so happy. Well, my no-buy February went pretty amazing actually, because February 1st through February 14th, I've only bought necessities. And then the remaining 14th through 28th, I was really sick, so I couldn't even get out of bed to go shop. So yeah, once again, I saved hundreds of dollars just by being sick and resting. Because I count going to work as making money, but I also count staying at home and doing something at home that doesn't require any money as also making money, even though technically it's not making money, but a penny saved is a penny made in my mind for sure. So I will put these hundreds of dollars that I'm saving towards my travel fund. The focus of this month for me was also not just the no buy, but at the same time strengthening the relationships that I have in my life. And I've spent quite some time on writing letters, reaching out, writing texts and emails, calling people and reigniting certain relationships, kind of catching up with people. And it's just felt really great. Honestly, it felt more fulfilling than going out and buying stuff. For March, I'm continuing on with my no buy year. And in March, I will be focusing on organizing and commemorating a lot of the memories and digital photos that I have and I need to organize, because I probably have about 25,000 photos from just like all these previous years, photos and videos, and I need to go through all of them, like maybe delete some, maybe organize them by year, just so that I have them in a nice concise way. If I ever have to pull up or just look back at it, I will have it there. And then I'm going to back them up to several hard drives and maybe an online drive, just in case if something happens, so I don't lose access to that. In March, it's also going to be a year anniversary since my mom's passing. I've ordered a gravestone, so I'll be kind of working on getting that organized and placed. And so I think that month I will especially be focusing on just like looking back, reliving the memories, and kind of developing gratitude for things that have happened. So overall, in March, I'll be focusing on living, springtime, loving life, living life, and pretty much focusing on everything else that is not material possessions. And it for sure does get so much easier from month to month, especially as I look around me and I see all these things that are sitting around me that used to be money, and that money used to be time that I exchanged to get that money. So looking at it like that, especially knowing how everything loses its value so fast, makes me just kind of prioritize differently. Thanks for tuning in for this short update. I will be continuing making content on minimalism, simple living, and no buy. Thanks so much for watching.